Ambassador Avi Pazner was also in Paris. I don't know if during the same time that you were there, but he was also in Paris.
He's younger.
He's much younger. And in fact, he was also the Israeli ambassador to Rome on behalf of Israel. In addition, he was a senior advisor to Prime Minister Shamir that we mentioned. I think everybody mentioned him today, so in a way it's marking Shamir, and helped prepare the Madrid Peace Conference. I would like to invite Ambassador Pazner. After his address, we will have a short musical break, and then we will hear 2 more addresses, including our atlas, and then we'll have another musical break. Afterwards, we will invite all of you who survived all this conference for light refreshments. Stay tuned. Ambassador Pazner, please.
Thank you very much, Vered. Vered, you did for me a terrible thing, have me speak after my friend, Chief Justice Eliakim Rubinstein, who has participated in all the peace process and has a knowledge like nobody else. But I will try to give another angle to the preparation of Madrid, because though I was part of all the preparation, a few weeks before Madrid, I had to take my post as Israel ambassador to Rome. But I have taken part in all the preparation, and here I wanted to say some words about some of the personalities to make it on a more personal level of those who participated in Madrid. First of all, Shamir. I have worked 10 years with Yitzhak Shamir. First, 5 years as spokesman for the foreign ministry, and then 5 years as media advisor to Shamir as prime minister, and a part of Eliakim and Yossi Ben Aaron. I don't know if there are any people who know or knew Shamir better than we do. And why do I say that? Because Minister Fredge, from whom I have a lot of respect and I'm very pleased that you are in the government, but you said that they dragged Shamir kicking and screaming to Madrid. It's not the case. You know, I don't know how well you knew Shamir personally. I knew him very well, Eliakim knew him well. This is not the man you could drag. You know, if he didn't want to do something, he didn't do it, whatever the price. So that it is not, as Eliakim said, that he was enthusiastic about going to Madrid. But he went to Madrid because he could go on the terms that he accepted. And he went there, not like my friend who was ambassador to Paris, like myself, said in order not to make peace, in order to try and build the foundation of peace in the Middle East. This is my view. And I can tell you from the many years I worked with him that some of the ideas he got from Madrid, for example, Shamir was against the concept of an international conference. Why is that? Because in his many years that he went to the United Nations as foreign ministers, he saw that at the United Nations, all nations ganged against Israel. So he didn't want to be in a situation that he goes to an international conference and everybody is against us. But I, personally, maybe I am the only survivor of another peace conference, the Geneva Peace Conference. And I remember that Yitzhak Shamir, in the many years before, in all the years I worked with him, many times asked me, how was it in Geneva? And I told him, I was there with Abba Eban. I told him about Geneva. And maybe that the example of Geneva, which was co-chaired by Soviet, US and Soviet Union, Kissinger and Gromyko, with the presence of the UN Secretary General, delegation of Arab states, 4 Arab states, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, who did not come as an own delegation but sat with the Egyptians. So it was 3 Arab states, not 4. So you are right, Eli, when you say it did not have a great future, but it achieved one thing. It achieved what may have been the father of the peace agreement with Egypt. It achieved the separation of forces between Egypt and Israel and Syria and Israel. And it is true, it is limited. But 3 years after that, Sadat came to Israel, and we had peace with Egypt. So it may be, Eli, I don't know, because Shamir, you know, Shamir didn't say, I got this idea from that. But maybe. I was sure that when Shamir went to Madrid, he wanted to achieve something. Maybe not exactly what you wanted. Maybe not exactly what you wanted. But Shamir, remember, Israel did not engage in any war during Shamir's time. I mean, Shamir was not an adventurer. And I believe that he knew that in Madrid he laid the foundation of things to come. So I don't know if he would have liked Oslo, certainly not. He certainly would have liked our peace with Jordan. Would have liked the Abraham's Accord. And I would like to take Minister Fred's hope. When you said, maybe you know something I don't know. Sure, you know something I don't know. But maybe next year there will be another one. And also maybe the Palestinians. Halavai. Halavai. But I am very proud of the fact that I took a very modest part, again much more modest than that of Chief Justice Eliakim Rubinstein, in some of the peace processes of Israel. Geneva, Eli were together with Lebanon, Chalde, Kiryat Shmone, Netanya. Yes, we did that. We had a beautiful peace treaty with Lebanon, which fell apart 48 hours later, when President Assad told the Lebanese he didn't want it. But all these years we have been trying. For all these years we have been trying. Sometimes with success, sometimes without success. But we have been trying to get peace with our neighbors, including the Palestinians. Including, of course, the Palestinians, maybe not now at that moment. But you have said, Ambassador, that for 100 years we have a conflict. Maybe 10 years from now we will not have a conflict. Who knows? So I say all these words in the hope that what we started in Madrid and what Shamir started in Madrid will have 30 years after, 40 years after, 50 years after, we'll have the result that we hoped when we went to Madrid. Thank you very much.